All right.
Doing segments. This is of us training and me kind of talking. A little bit here and there, we'll see what happens. Talked a lot in the last one, so you can usually catch me with my mouth running at some point or another. Watch the subtle changes. The subtle changes is where you're going to see all sorts of different speeds, different fluctuations, different power levels, different ways of moving the energy. So, if you pay attention, you'll get some good stuff. And if you watch how we interact with what's going on with our particular tools, you'll know who's doing what. This thing's like sopping wet, so. Now I'm going to tell you, when I go to do large general movements, so just watch my behavior, large, big general movements, I'm going to walk back here, okay? That way it's known that I'm facing it all, and I'm looking at it all. So I'm trying to bring in bigger movements. When I'm going for smaller movements or when I'm being specific, I'm going to be up here with it, speeding things up, slowing them down, giving you all sorts of pretty little designs to look at. Okay? When I come up here and do things, that should be pretty obvious to you. You just watch me walk up and whatever. So, if I stand in between these two, obviously I'm trying to work in between both of them. Okay? Just like that. And then I'm going to cause all sorts of little differing movements and altering the behavior of each of those. It'll be pretty obvious. I think it should be pretty obvious. You see that subtle little pull and move right there, just as I pointed my hand there? Right here, these things are meant to be somewhat subtle at first. I want you to see these things slowly. I want your mind to look at it and connect and go, interesting, how did that happen? That is, of course, if you are someone who's on the fence on their beliefs. I want you to be able to see me walk up and specifically take this and move it when it wasn't moving before a second ago. Okay? I want you to see me flush varying amounts of energy into whichever object. Now that Daniel walked away, now I have this to play with too. So now I can make this part of my little repertoire. Okay? See these things? These things are instant. As soon as I want to have an effect, the effect is created immediately. It's instantaneous. There's no waiting. Back and forth so you can see what it's doing to this, what it's doing to this, what it's doing to that. A general effect. effect that I'm having on everything. So I want you to see all these three things right here I'm tuning into, sometimes separately, sometimes all at once, okay? And I have to be knowledgeable of each of their presences. I have to be knowledgeable of their existence in order to be able to do some of the more tuned in things that make you notice. Some movements big, some movements small. So, this way it lets you know that everything is planned upon. I don't want anything to look accidental. I want you to thoroughly know that I'm not messing about with what I'm doing here, that the energy that I'm using is in fact energy of divine creation. The very stuff in which people would rather worship than hone. God gave you this ability, this soul. It gave you this body. It gave you the ability to perfect yourself. So, the way I am is I want to know everything about my body, everything that my body can do, everything that my mind can do. And the only way I can exercise that or figure that out is if I'm out working on it. The only way I can become a good artist is if I sit and draw, perfect it. The only way I can be a good singer is the same thing. So I finally allowed my curiosity to let me come in and learn about myself. Exploration of the mind, the heart, the soul, especially the soul. Your soul is what it's all about. And no one can perfect that but you. No one can do the work but you. You can have people give you lessons. You can have people give you ideas. You can have people definitely give you techniques. Step-by-step processes, okay, in order to become the best you can possibly be. But ultimately, the work is up to you. Michael Grubb from AEMI. Trying to teach everyone about their own potential. Not about mine. Quite frankly, the stuff that I show you, cool. But my potential is mine alone. I'm trying to show you about yours. And that is another thing. I would ask, and I know that this is a hard thing to ask of a lot of people, but if you would refrain of giving me ideas of ways that I can prove my abilities to you. I will say this. I love you all very much and I love your ideas. If you have ideas, I would start practicing them yourself. And maybe you'll create a video of what you're proud of that you can post up, and then you can explain to people how you did it, why you did it, what your connection was. Okay, because me myself, man, I'll be honest. I've been doing this for a while, and I've got tons of videos of me doing all sorts of stuff. It's like I'm a little performing monkey, performing bear. I've got stuff of me doing lightning. People ask for that. They got it. I have videos of me doing telekinesis. Me personally, I don't even like doing telekinesis. I mean, I do to a certain extent, but the thing is I'm teaching about having an outside connection with the universe, not an inside connection. Okay? But I went ahead and did the TK, and they were successful. I've done hydro, they were successful, posted it. I've had videos of me actually causing explosions in the fires. Those are up. What else? I've got videos of aerokinesis, pyrokinesis, hydrokinesis, pretty much almost every kinesis you can think of, and I posted it online. So I've got a total of almost 330 videos. If you cannot find something that suits you out of 330 videos, I don't know what to do. But I can say this, it's not for a lack of trying, because there is tons of stuff there in which one can learn from. If you have ideas, incorporate them. Do them yourself. Show me what you've got, because I've definitely done my time here in terms of proof. I'm not wealthy, so I don't have technology that can mimic all this. I don't have any CGI. I don't have industrial-sized fans. I'm just doing this. I come out here for the love of doing this, for the love of doing it. Far before I worked with AEMI, I was doing this for the love of doing it, coming out, okay? So that means during snow, rain, sleet, earthquakes, you name it, I'll do it in anything, okay? But I personally, as I said before, the reason why I even show this is because I want to show you what you're capable of. So if you have ideas, practice them. You don't need me to have you practice something that you could get good at and just as well demonstrate as I could. I've always said that this was something that everyone could do. I've never once claimed it to be special. Have I?
No.
The only thing special about it is that the path itself, that's what's special, okay? That people would actually get on it and actually walk the path and walk the walk, you know? That's what's special about it, because it is kind of a hard path to walk, not because of the abilities, but because you're basically learning who you are, learning about the ego. And I hope you're picking up what's going on here when I talk about this. The ego is a very, very interesting topic. Okay? Believe me, that which is attached to the ego is a very, very interesting being. So let it be known that it is a hard road. because you're learning you. Truly learning you. And I can tell you this, once you learn you pretty much learn every single being on the planet. We truly are one. Okay? And only the ego would have you believe anything different. So this is the reason why when I show you all of these abilities and I show you what's possible, because we are one, I want you to know about it too. I want you to be able to practice it too. And it can be as easy as just walking out your door and starting to talk with the plant life, starting to talk with the animals, going outside and actually harmonizing, getting in touch with nature, really getting in touch with nature, and not the type of person that goes out and hunts and kills things, okay? That's not what I mean by getting in touch with nature. I'm talking about actually going out and realizing that all these things out here are you, that are extensions of yourself. And if they truly are extensions of yourself, which I can tell you for a fact that they are, to treat it the absolute best is in your own best interests. Now notice the movements I'm making. Going on here is this is, in fact, a truly engineered and built environment for what I'm doing. Correct, Daniel?
Definitely.
So gradually, as I'm doing more and more stuff, I'm kind of cranking it a little bit more and more as I go. And it's becoming, much more responsive. And all it takes is slight movements, slight maneuvers. Okay. Now some of those moves that we're making were intentional jagged blast moves. Okay? But for the most part, this is what we would call harmonious movements. It gives the most effect from your environment. Notice the instant change of directions. All I'm doing is literally flowing right now. The mainframe is allowing me to direct the flow. See? Just little moves. And I can grab all the big stuff when I choose. I can make it look as dramatic as I want, and slow it down if I want, speed it up if I want. See? This is choice.